Hello, Rama Rama Pupote. Hope all are in good health, feeling great, having a happy and peaceful life. Now, let's continue. Do this. Come when you can. I will give you wonderful spiritual experiences and enable you to know the real truth about me. You will be shown my inner spiritual powers. After that, you will have no more doubts. You will be able to prove by your own personal experiences what I claim. Then you can go to the West and win many people for me. I decide to return at my leisure and spend a month with him. Despite the theatrical character of the Parsi holy man and the fantastic nature of his mission, I decide to investigate the whole thing with an open mind. A brief return to the stir of city life in Bombay, and then I entrain for Pune. My wanderings around the ancient land are about to begin. The old Mohammedan holy woman whose sudden intervention started Meher Baba off on his queer tangent engages my interest. I deem a short visit to her will not come amiss. I have already made a few preliminary enquiries about her in Bombay, where I learned from former judge Kandalawala, who has known her for 50 years, that her age is really about 95. I remember that Meher's followers inform me that it is 130, but I generously ascribe this aggregation to the heat of their enthusiasm. The judge briefly tells me her story. She is a native of Balochistan, that vague territory situate between Afghanistan and India, and she ran away from home quite early. After long and adventurous wanderings afoot, she arrived at Pune about the beginning of this century and has never moved from the city since. At first, she made her home under her neem tree, where she insisted on remaining in all seasons. Her reputation for sanctity and strange powers spread throughout the Mohammedan people in the vicinity, until even the Hindus came to treat her with due reverence. Some Mohammedans eventually built a wooden shelter under the tree for her, since she refuses to live in a proper house. This gives her the semblance of a home and provides some protection against the inclemencies of the monsoon season. I asked the judge for his personal opinion. He replies that he does not doubt, but that Hashrat Babajan is a genuine fakir. The judge happens to be a Parsi, so I make some judicious enquiries about Meher Baba, who is well known to him. What I learn is unlikely to make me more favorable to the Parsi Messiah. I asked him finally about Obasani Maharaj, who is now the inspirer of Meher. My informant, a shrewd, discerning old man of vast experience in these and worldly matters, enters into a lengthy account of his own unfortunate contact with him. I give two instances. Upasani has made ghastly mistakes. He once induced me to go to Benares, where he was staying at the time. After a while, I got a premonition of death and wanted to return to Pune, where my family was living. Upasani prevented me from going by repeatedly, professing that everything would be all right. Nevertheless, 2 days later, I received a telegram saying that my son's wife had given birth to a child and that it died within a few minutes. In the other case, Upasani told my son in law, who was thinking of going to Bombay Stock Exchange, that such a move would prove extremely fortunate for him. Acting on this advice, he embarked on the exchange and was almost ruined. Judge Kandalawala impresses me with the independence of his outlook. He debunks Upasani Maharaj, whom Meher Baba has described to me as one of the greatest spiritual personalities of this age, yet he does not hesitate to admit that Meher himself is honest and really believes in a spiritual attainment, although this attainment remains unproven. Let's continue in the next chapter. Thank you. Bye bye. Rama Rama Popodu.